record. Shoot. So we are in lesson 6.02 today, and we're talking about how you use models to divide. We just did page 2, and we talked about how you could divide four cakes between 8 people. And you can't really do that with the cakes whole, so we'll chop each cake into 10 pieces. That would be 40 pieces of cake. Divided by 8 people, everybody's going to get 5 pieces of cake. But you don't write down 5 because it's not like they're getting 5 whole cakes. You have to write it as 0.5. So here's the 40 tenths, split up into 8 groups for the 8 people, and everybody gets 5 pieces of cake, which is the same as where is it? 0.5. There it is. So moving on through the lesson on page 3, they continue with this, and they say that Billy is going to travel 3 miles to get to Baffin Island. He can go 2 miles each day. We need to divide the total distance, 3, by how far Billy can travel each day. Let's help Billy figure out how long it'll take to get to Baffin Island. Find the quotient or answer of 3 divided by 2. So 3 miles divided by 2 a day. How many days will it take? Well, we know that we can't split 3 into 2 equal whole numbers. Let's solve this problem using a model. The number 3 is the same as 30 tenths. So in other words, if you think of the 3 as cakes and you chop each cake into 10 pieces, you're going to have 30 tenths. If you chop each piece into 10 more pieces, you're going to have 300 little tiny crumbs of cake. We know this because as you move each place value to the left in a place value chart, each digit is 10 times greater. So then they say, let's draw 30 tenths. So here's 10 tenths or 1 whole. Here's 10 tenths or 2 wholes. And here's 10 tenths or 3 wholes. Now let's divide it up into 2 equal groups. So let's split it in half. Well, that's 1 whole and 5 tenths. 1 whole and 5 tenths, or 15 tenths. How do we write that as a decimal? Well, here's the 15 and it ends in the tenths place. If I wrote it over here with the 1 here and the 5 here, that would be 15 hundredths. It wouldn't even be 2 tenths. So be very careful. The last digit in the number needs to be in the tenths place. Conclusion, we have found that 3 divided by 2, 3 miles divided by 2 miles a day equals 1.5. It will take Billy 1.5 days to get to Baffin Island by dog sled. Let's try another example to help Billy. Solve to find the quotient of 4.2 divided by 6. So using models, if we're going to fill in 4.2, we fill in 4 whole and 2 tenths. And I think our very first problem today is very much like this. Then we divide it into 6 groups. So you can do that just by looking at the number 42 and dividing it by 6. What times 6 equals 42? 7. So if 7 times 6 is 42, then there's 7 tenths in each group, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You split it up, and using 2 colors is a good way to do this. Finally, we write it as a decimal, 7 tenths, right? And the conclusion, we have found that 4.2 divided by 6 equals 0.7. So it's just like using whole numbers, but you have to be very careful with your decimal points. To make living in the Arctic easier, many animals have adapted to the harsh conditions. The Arctic hare and the Arctic fox are white, which helps them blend in. Life in the Arctic can be harsh, but if you're prepared, it's not so bad. Billy's prepared with his math knowledge. Use your knowledge to follow along with the next example. The number 1.89, 1 whole, and 8, 9. Here's the 9. It's not quite 10, is it? 1.8 tenths and 9 100ths is equal to, remember that 100 hundredths is equal to 1 whole. So we draw 1 whole and 89 hundredths. Now we need to divide it up into 3 groups. That's a little tricky, but I know, let's see, that I could take and pretend that's an 18. 18 divided by 3, that's going to be 6 strips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full strips. And then the 9 that's left over divided by 3, well, 9 divided by 3 is 3. So there's 63 hundredths in each one. Here I did it again. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have to kind of add these two together and make sure that they make the 3 of them makes the whole, and then 3 more makes the 3/10. I think it's a little bit hard when you start using models like this because you really have to solve the problem ahead of time to know how many to fill in. But this is what they want you being able to picture. Okay. How can we use models to help us divide decimals? If they ask you this here and they give you an answer, they will ask you this on the homework and you can look back here to read about it. Page 5, what did I learn? Has a little self-check review. And then page 6 has the graphic organizer making ICE models. It's here in your booklet. I've actually downloaded it. So it's this page that you're going to submit today. If it were me, it says solve the following, use the models provided. So the first thing you're going to do is figure out how to show the whole number, the dividend. So you're going to grab a pen. Let me see here. Right there. I know you have your hand raised. You're going to do 1, 2.1. So the 0.1 is right here, right? I've got to make sure that this 0.1 is right here. That did not work. Delete that. Try it again. I do terrible with these things. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, so the 0.1 is right there. That's 21. What is 21 divided by 3? Oh, that's beautiful, Lori. What is 21 divided by 3?
7.
7. So now I'm going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to take and make a line right there. 7. There's 7 of them. Then I'm going to do it with the next. And I'm sorry, Ms. Luz is having a very hard time using this app. And I'm going to do the next 7 and the next 7. And my answer is going to be 0.7 or 7/10 because it's not a whole, right? If you put a whole 7 here, that would be like 7 whole boxes colored in. So all they want you to do is take and draw the circle around the part and label the parts. Then in this one, but you have to be careful because it says 4.8. So you're going to color in 1, 2, 3, 4, but then 0.8. So you're not going to color in this whole one. You're going to cut it off and just have 0.8 of those. Now you got to take that 48 and you got to you got to color it in. I'm going to stop sharing because my model is horrible. All right. Does that make sense? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those that you have to do. The first 3 are in tenths. The fourth one, they go to hundredths where they've split up each piece again. And then they ask you, how can we use models to help us divide decimals? So it's not very many problems. You need to color them in, write the answers, and do that. And then you need to do your dream box. If you have any questions, you can come back to the main room at 2:30. So that's in 15 minutes. I'm going to do book club. So I'm actually remaking the breakout rooms right now, but it looks like Eli's in a breakout room for some reason. So I'm going to recreate the breakout rooms. I'm going to make enough of them that you can work by yourself. If there's anybody who wants to work with a partner, let me know now. And I will put you with a partner.
Can I work with Amadi?
Yeah. Liam and Amadi?
Yeah, because
I think Amadi is done. So you guys might want to play a game or something. But are you done yet, Liam?
No, not yet.
Okay, I think Amadi is done. He just had one problem to go. So you can go talk to him. If you don't want to work in the same room, then you can come out and I'll put you in another room.
Actually,
Eli, did you need something?
But I'm fine.
I want a partner.
Same breakout room like
I know it. Do you want a partner?
No, well, actually, I just had a question.
What's your question?
Could we do the book club now? Because I have to go soon, and I don't think I'll probably forget to check the doc again.
Well, let's see. Who's in your book club? You, Liam, Lauren, Amadi, and who's the 5th person? Do you have 5 in your club?
Jax, but he doesn't come.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So the only one who's not here is Lauren. So I'll tell you what, go work on your math. I'll call Lauren and ask him if we can start early. If we can, we'll start right away. Okay.
Oh, then can I promise Eli?
Yeah. I'll put you in Eli's room. And then I might pull you out in a second.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Moy, did you want a partner?
No.
Okay, then head to your breakout room, work on the math, 6.2. Christian, did you need a partner? Christian, are you there? Christian, where are you?